Hey there, welcome to my Chapman Stick Learning Journal. This is journal entry number 5, completion of week 4. I'm a little cloudy-headed today, so my playing has not been the best. I was really rocking it yesterday, but I also then got an H1N1 vaccine yesterday, and so I'm going to blame that for my being a little out of it today. So let's get right into the music, and then I'll talk later. So last week, trying to remember the exact note I was playing on the right hand, let's call it that. So I was working on this, and then the two-hand independence. So that's obviously looking pretty good. This week, Bob built on that and turned it into a song written by a friend of his, and it's called 377. And let's see, I believe. There we go. Those are the notes. Okay, so. And it just sort of repeats like that. It is a really good exercise, good warm-up, even when you screw it up a little bit like I just did. So then I went on to a pentatonic scale, which I started just on the right hand. And that obviously is going just fine, but never satisfied to keep it simple, then we throw in the left hand. So the left hand is simply going to jump like that while we go for the scale. So let's do that. Yeah. So that actually wasn't a terrible rendition of it. I've certainly screwed it up worse. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I had that going up at like 132 beats per minute. Today I was struggling with like 116. So I think I'll blame the vaccine, as I said. So let's see. The rest of the stuff is just talk, so if all you wanted to do was hear music, you can shut it off now. Other cool things that happened this week. I scheduled a Skype lesson with Greg Howard, which I'm going to have on Wednesday, and I'm really looking forward to that now. Initially I was kind of nervous about it, but I did a little Skype call to get ready with Eric Knapp. I think that's how you pronounce it, either Knapp or Knapp. I'm not sure if it's a silent K. But anyway, that was really helpful, sort of eased my nerves and got me understanding how the flow of the lesson would go with Greg once it happens. And he also gave me a couple tips that I probably just totally ignored when I was playing. Things like that I should keep my wrist straight, and if I want to find another note, rather than going from here and to here and bending my wrist, keep the wrist straight, move the arm up. I have to work on that a lot because I find myself falling out of it. But I do notice that it helps me come straight down on the notes better instead of coming in at more of an angle and maybe muting a note next to it like I've done here. I don't know if you can see that, but there, if I wanted to play that, it's muted by this finger. It should be coming in like this, and then that plays just fine. So that's really good advice and something I definitely have to work on. Of course, I was working with the metronome during this scale exercise, and I know that timing is all in the timing. So if you even if you screw up a little bit on the notes, if you keep your timing right, you'll be in decent shape. So I still have a lot more practice to do to avoid drifting, but it's going well. So last week there was a part where I couldn't think of what I wanted to say. Oh, excuse me, see? Tired. it was just that you don't think about it, but the chords on the Chapman stick can be formed anywhere, meaning instead of, for example, a guitar where you've got two things going on. First of all, you've got open strings to worry about, and second, you have uneven tuning. That is to say that where on the Chapman stick it's a fourth between each of those and a fifth between each of these. On the guitar, it's the third string changes. In other words, it has a different interval there, and so you can't just do what you do here, which is on the stick. If you take a chord and then you move it, it's still a chord. You change strings, it's still a chord. Up here, you have to play it right, but it's still a chord. There we go. So that's a sort of mind-opening revelation once you get it. And I'm not sure I fully have, but in addition to that, there are different chord shapes. So, for example, this and this are both chords that you can form without moving your hand. So whatever's more convenient in the particular song, you can do. And that's the key. That's what makes it so powerful, is that you have a lot of choices, and depending on how the song works, you can do different things. Okay, was there anything else? I think that's pretty much it. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the lesson now. From when Eric says Greg's going to have a ton of stuff for me to work on. So probably next week I'll just be mostly reporting on that. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and see you next week, where you'll see me. I won't see you. It's a one-way tunnel.